Hello, and thank you for joining us for CBM Calling. I am so thrilled today to be joined by my colleague, Lillian Yang, who is serving in Thailand as one of CBM's field staff. Hi, Lillian, how are you?
Hi, Jennifer. I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing well. Looking forward to the end of summer, so the kids go back to school. And I don't know in Thailand if you're on a different kind of schedule. How is your family doing?
Yeah, we are fine. And now my daughter is started to go to school now, so I have
Okay.
more.
I was just reading the other day an article about how Thailand has done during this COVID crisis. Thailand's actually done remarkably well, hasn't it? Can you tell us a bit more about the situation in Thailand right now?
Yes, from July, Thailand is gradually reopened the country. For up to today, the confirmed cases in Thailand is 3,400 cases. But in Myanmar is 400 plus. But the situation in Thailand is better than Myanmar, we can say, because the number is more stable.
Mm.
The rise number is more stable than Myanmar. Thailand is now, we can say, gradually reopened to the outside and letting some
Mm.
visitors come into country, let churches and schools reopen. So now we can go to churches for the physical worship.
Mm.
In Myanmar is not yet open. It still remain closed.
Right.
But for us, we stay in the border of Thailand and Myanmar. So the border gate is closed on 23rd March. So until now. So this has been a great impact for the people life,
Mm.
um, including the economic condition and the tourism for the people who stay in the border.
Yes, Thailand has been there's not really an explanation, but from what I was reading in the article, it just said Thailand has done something well because Thailand's really been spared kind of the huge increases in numbers that a lot of other countries in Asia have seen, or neighboring countries, particularly like Philippines and other countries like that. Thailand has really, been spared that, and so something is going well in Thailand, and it's good for us to know as well because we feel a lot safer that you and our field staff, the Quacks who are serving in Thailand, are in safer conditions than in some other places that you could be in. So we're grateful to hear that. I'm wondering how the students at Thailand Bethel Theological Institute, which used to be called Bethel Bible Institute, wondering how the students at TBTI have been doing. How have they been impacted by some of the closures? And I'm presuming that classes have restarted now, and just wondering what has happened during that time for the students.
Yes, for or the TBTI is our one of our mission partner in Thailand. So the last school year, BBI has to finish the school year earlier than normal
Mm.
because of the pandemic, which is in the early March. So after the graduation, the students went back to their home during the holidays. But in the meantime, the border happened to close down. So the students are not able to come back to the campus for now. So the students now, there are almost 50 of them, about 50 of them
Mm.
remained in Myanmar. So they are not able to come back to the campus. Now that, as you say, the semester in BBI or the TBI is now have started since mid-May. But the students are stuck in Myanmar, so TBTI decided to run online courses for the students who are in the distance. But it has been a great challenge for BBI to do that because some of the students in Myanmar, they are not easy to get access to the internet. And some of them even don't have a proper device to do the online learning.
Mm.
And some of them
Mm.
even facing the problem of electricity. So they even cannot charge their devices in some time.
Right.
So I can say the students are not ready for this change. So for us, we have to try to make it work. So we try to reach them in different ways, like using Zoom to teach the online courses and sending them handouts, audio recording, video recording, and trying everything we can do, answering their questions, and keep in touch with each of them. So it is a lot of work for us to do, and we are not expert. We don't have this experience. But I found that it is a chance for the students and us to learn how to overcome our limitation and to experience how God make things possible, and like making the streams in the desert. So yeah, we experience a lot of God's grace during that time. So I hope that students in Myanmar or all of us can see it a positive way, can see this as a chance that we can experience God.
And for you as a teacher and a mentor to students, has it been challenging for you to learn some of the new ways of having to teach people as well? I think for students, it's hard to adapt, but I'm thinking for teachers as well, it's a whole other way of delivering education that, most people are not prepared for. Have you found that to be challenging for yourself?
Yes, absolutely. I have to do more work, and it is more. I have to spend more time than before to prepare the course and to teach the students. And after that, I have to upload the audio recording or the video recording for the students. And for my notes providing for the students, I have to write it in very detail than before. So I hope that they can keep on the study efficiently. So it is a lot of work. It is exhausting.
Yes. It is. It is, and we've all become experts in how to use Zoom in this time as well. So that's one of the benefits, I guess, of being in being able to teach online, is we've all become experts in using technology. So I'm also wondering if you can tell us more about some of the rural areas. So that's one of the fears that we had been hearing earlier on, was around if COVID had spread into rural areas and there not being adequate healthcare there, what would happen to some of the villages and more remote places. I'm wondering particularly about Myanmar, because I know that we have ministry there that you and the Quoxer have been involved in. Can you tell us more what has happened in the more rural parts?
Yes, it is something really need to worry about. I would say this situation, Myanmar is facing bigger challenge than Thailand, because in Thailand, most of the places they are able to access to the hospital or the self-care center. But in some rural area in Myanmar, it is not easy to receive the proper health care. So Myanmar is facing the bigger challenge than Thailand. And during last week, some new COVID cases in Myanmar report were from Rakhine province, which is relatively a remote place in Myanmar.
Oh, okay.
And moreover, those cases are local transmitted. So it makes people worried about this. And there are several refugees camp in that province. So this situation make people become more worried. And another concern is that the local communications is not very convenient there. So the people may not receive the latest reports in the first place. So they may not be able to do the right response to the situation. So now the government is starting to help those places by sending the medical staffs and materials, and lock down some places for the prevention of the pandemic. So we hope that the situation will be well controlled in a short time. But it is something we need to uphold it in our prayer.
Yes, for sure. Yeah, thank you for that update. We will definitely continue to ask Canadians to be praying as well for those areas and the people that have been impacted. So I want to just turn the attention over to you personally and say, how can we support you and be praying for you? And what are your plans for the kind of upcoming year, semester? And, I know you're trying to do distance teaching and also teaching in person, and the combination of all these things. So just how can we be supporting you and praying for you?
Yeah, we are not sure when the border of Thailand and Myanmar will reopen again. So now we have to prepare for the next semester, like to prepare both in-person classes and online classes at the same time. Maybe it is what we are doing now. Just the same way we have to continue in the for the next semester. And there is another situation for us here is TPTI used to have teachers from overseas to come over and teach at the campus. But most of the teachers now, they have to cancel their trips due to the pandemic. So for us, the local teacher, we have to take more the responsibilities for teaching. And I take this as opportunities for us to grow and to learn, to stand on our own feet. But still, I hope the teachers from overseas can come and teach very soon so that the students have the better chance to learn from different teachers. And something that I would like you to pray for is pray for the COVID situation from Thailand, for Thailand and Myanmar, especially in Myanmar. Because as we know that Myanmar is facing the bigger challenge for now, for this couple of weeks. And please pray for Myanmar. We hope the situation will get better soon. And another thing is I would like you to pray for the students who remained in Myanmar, the TPTI student. So we hope that they stay safe and they can continue to do their learning efficiently, even it is online or just reading notes or something. So I would like to request that you uphold them in your prayer.
Sure.
For me and my family, I would like you to pray for us that God, we hope that God will use us to be the encouragement for the people around us in these difficult times. And because some of the people around us, they lost their job and they are struggling in this lockdown period. So we hope that we can be their encouragement. Yeah. So we really need your support and your prayer.
Thank you, Lillian. We will for sure be praying for you, your family, and for the students and the people that you are serving. You know, your ministry is so impactful, and I'm hoping through this conversation that more people will get to know the kind of incredible work that you're doing there. And we are so thankful to have you as part of the CBM family. And I think many Canadian Baptists will get to know the name Lillian Yang after they hear this conversation, and I hope they will be praying for the things that you mentioned today. So thank you so much, Lillian, for joining me today, and I hope that we will get to talk again soon. If you would like to find out more about Lillian and her ministry, you can go to CBM's website. So that's cbmin.org, cbmin.org. You can go to Meet Our People, and there you will see a bio on Lillian. You can find a way to contact her. You can also support her through that page. So I do encourage you to go check that out so that you can find out more about Lillian and all the things that she is doing, so you'll know how to pray for her. So thank you so much, Lillian, for joining us today, and I hope that we can talk again soon.